Wonder what's up with that. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as we're looking at a DAT machine from Sony, PCM-R300 and PCM recorder. And I bought this a while ago actually from Ivan. Hi Ivan, hope all is well with you. And when he sent it from Spain it was working, and when it arrived here it wasn't. So incidentally, I'm probably going to use a lot of DAT type references like witty quips in this because, well, it just tickles me, and it's anything, isn't it? Just to humour yourself these days. So let's put that in there. Okay. So I can't actually remember fully what the problem was, but I seem to remember, fast forward. Oh, it seems okay. Tape at top. Okay. Tape top. Okay. So let's try that again. And okay, so that's rewinding. I'm not getting any tape counter. Okay, so let's try play. And I get no audio at all. Yeah, it's actually sounding better mechanically than when I tried it when I first unpacked it. Okay, well, this isn't doing what it was doing, which I know is a bit weird. It was actually chewing tapes, and it doesn't seem to be doing that anymore, which is good. But, oh, okay, it's now not playing at all. Now it is playing. Oh, yeah, I don't know whether you can spot the take-up reel sort of jammed. Tape top. So it's certainly confused. It's just not working. I mean, there's no audio at all. I mean, obviously I've got nothing plugged in to the headphone jack or output or anything like that, but yeah, it's not well. So I suppose the next thing is to take the top off. Let's crack on. I'm just taking the door off because that might be actually quite useful to do, and I do need to clean it. So yeah, it just lifts up. Little peg there, lifts off, so that's really cool. There's the deck. Absolutely amazing, really. Such a wonderful piece of technology, really. So the top's off, and I'm displaying the error mode, and you can see just how many errors there are in playback, which is actually quite amazing. When I first tested this, it was all 9s, and that's really what I'd expect, because it's not laced up, or barely laced up. It's just not lacing. Well, it is lacing, but it's not lacing properly. So let's just that'll do it. So somehow this is completely in the wrong place. How bizarre is that? And yeah, so that's going to be pretty broken. This is going to be interesting. Now, a bit of background. I have never worked on a DAT deck that is audio based, but I have worked on DAT decks that are backup based. DAT used to be used for backup cassettes for servers, and I've worked on a couple of decks and got them up and running, and yeah, just kept them going really, because they do have a hard life, and they were great though, really reliable. I think Tascam and Sony were the ones I worked on. So I'm sort of quite intrigued to sort of work on the audio variant, but obviously that is not good. Yeah, and it's quite fun that it did actually manage to get some sort of bit rate from the cassette, even though it was only like what, a quarter, a fifth of the tape was being read. So yeah, that's quite cool. But this is really weird how that is so jammed. I mean, it's totally jammed, and that would explain why the tape was being damaged at times. I mean, it's not now, but yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? So the other thing as well, I mean, I bought this because I wanted to sort of stick it in the in my audio rack and sort of experience DAT audio, really, because I thought DAT would be a good idea. But I have got a Sony as well. What's the model number of this? MPD-100. And this does sort of work, but capacitors. And I believe these are, well, I think a lot of the Sonys, at least the early ones anyway, were TIAC. Actually just rebadged TIACs. I also have a DA2 recorder, but yeah, this one apparently didn't see huge amount of use, and was used just to record gigs. But it does work, but like I say, the audio is really low out of it. So we'll cover that in another video, and that should be fun. I dread to think what I'm up against. There's also a problem with the display on this one, I seem to remember. So the next thing, I suppose, is to take the deck out and just see what's occurring. Let's crack on. Okay, so taking the deck out, it's just literally 4 screws. Put out the connector, well, put out all the connectors. One there, one there, one there, one there. And yeah, all good. And then I thought, that doesn't look parallel to this. And if I, let's try and demonstrate this. It's all loose. And I've discovered there is a screw missing. So there should be a screw. You can see the screw hole there. So that is not a great start. The screws on that side. Bottom screw's in, but the top one isn't. So this deck is just floating about. I don't think that's caused the issue, but yeah, this is quite broken, and the amount of dust in here as well. I mean, the rest of the machine is really clean, but the deck itself does have quite a bit of dust, I suppose. Otherwise it looks all okay, apart from obviously the take-up guide being all the way fully advanced, and I'm really intrigued to find out why that is fully advanced, because yeah, just hope it's not a stripped gear or something. Capstan looks nice and clean. Pinch roller looks really good. Bit of muck on the intermediate roller there next to the pinch roller. The rest of the deck looks pretty clean. Like I say, other than the dust, there's quite a bit of dust just on the tray. So I'm sort of hoping that it's not going to be too painful to fix. How you get to that is really interesting, and I probably should get a manual for this, a service manual. I'm going to need a manual, that's for sure. Yeah, but that screw missing, that's really bad, and where I'm going to find one of those, I don't know. I mean, obviously, once it's screwed in to the deck, it sort of keeps it true. I'll try and find a manual, and then we'll take it from there. Let's crack on. Okay, so I have the manual, and I'll put a link to this in the description. But I've actually printed out the 2 pages that I need to strip this apart. So the other thing I noticed, which is actually quite concerning, is the screw on the block here is missing, and I mean that's just terrible, to be honest, because if this block shifts, then you are never going to get it back, and it's never going to run right. I mean, you can try and get it somewhere near, but yeah, it's not good. So yeah, I managed to find a screw for here, for the deck that was floating about, which I think is partly maybe what's caused the problem. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, the first step is to remove this screw, and then step 2. Oh no, that's okay. That's not too bad. It feels very flimsy, I have to say, unsurprisingly. Okay, so that's off. That's a good start. So the deck itself looks pretty okay. Like I say, that missing screw is a concern. Okay, I'm going to take this belt off. Yeah, so that's, the door has pushed that back. So next step is step 3, remove this screw here. So it's on the door. I'm going to remove the spring. Oh no, I don't. I just release it. That's cool. So undo the door. So the door should just unclip, I think. There we go. Right, good. So we have a deck. Just a deck. So 14, 15. So we've now got to take the side off, I think. Do I have to do that? I don't think I do. That's just for if you need to replace any parts on that. So, which I don't. So I just need to get the deck out. So, drum, drive board, and driving chassis. So it looks like I turn this over. So remove the 2 lead wires from connectors on the drum board. So I guess it's these. I might actually wait until I lift the board. I sort of would like to have removed this, but I mean, it seems pretty good, to be honest, but yeah, let's take it out. I'm just worried about it getting damaged, to be honest. So blue side goes there, blue side there, blue side up, and I guess I just take out the screws. Yeah. You have to be a bit careful where you put your... Right, okay, so we've got different screws. So the screw at the back there, it's a machine screw, and the screw at the front is a self-tapper. So, okay. And it does tell you that in the manual as well, which is good. And looks like I'm going to take this tape off. Actually, let's do it from this side because there's less adhesive to remove. And I don't know whether I need to do that one yet. Should be okay, I think. So where does that go? Right, so those connectors are undone now. the ones I was sort of not really wanting to free off. So we've got more tape here. This should actually lift up. Right, so looks like we're going to have to release some connectors. So white one. There. Black one, usual Sony stuff, they're all unique. Is that a connector? I think it is. I might have to get a screwdriver to help me with that one. Trying to work out if this has been a part before. It sort of looks like it might have. Right, so we've got a couple of connectors. Really difficult to show. So a couple of connectors here. And this connector here. Actually, we don't have to do that because there is a connector on the bottom of the head drum. So I'm going to try and free that one instead, because that is actually the right place I need to go. Wow, Panasonic style connector there. I suppose I need to make a decision if I'm going to desolder the motor, but I probably won't need to. So they're all unique, which is something. Okay, we still have a long way to go to get to that. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm going to have to take the Capstan motor out, which I think I can work out without the manual. So there's a black screw there, and then there's a brass type there. So I'll undo that first because that's got that's holding the plastic cover, which I hope will come off fairly easily, maybe. So there's a little clip on there, and then Yeah, it's saying head motor connector. It isn't at all. It's Capstan. What am I doing? Because that is slightly concerning that had... Am I adjusting this? 15, 16. I might be doing something bad there. Because looking at the manual, there is a screw. Oh gosh, they're tiny, aren't they? So we've got 3 screws. Don't think. Oh yeah, they do. They are the same head, even though they're tiny. Yeah, just a bit worried I've now knocked the alignment out of that the head because I tried to undo that one screw. Read the manual. Anyway, we'll see. Right, so that's the Capstan motor out. Oh, I might have got away with it. In fact, I think that's actually totally okay because all that's done is it's just fixing the Hall effect, but it's spinning anyway. So yeah, that's fine. Oh, thank heavens for that. Okay, so we have got down to where we need to be. Oh, I just dropped down. So yeah, you can see there that is just floating about. And it's a bit weird actually. So I'm going to have to take off this assembly, which is fun. Yeah, that's got totally in the wrong place. Oh, it looks like it's dropped. Yeah, it's dropped. Right, so that gear there, I don't quite see it. It's dropped down. It's like a clip's come off or something. And it's just dropped out. So I'm going to have to find out, well, I'm going to have to take the deck off. Gosh. I'm not organising screws, which is really really worrying. So self-tapper. Self-tapper. Another self-tapper. Which is the same. Then it's probably going to be another self-tapper if I can get it. This is where possibly. How can I? I'm not happy about doing that. Let's do this one first. So that's our good old friend from the likes of the C9s and the C30s. And, that sort of generation of Sony. Just give us a bit more slack. If I don't have to take that off, I won't take it off. And before I lift this, I'm going to read the manual because I don't know what's going to pop off. Oh, blimey, that was difficult. So that's another self-tapper. They're all the same, which is good. In 16, yeah. Okay, so I should be able to lift this up. That's not a connector, is it? Yeah. So that is in the complete wrong position, and it needs to go under there. Can I lift this up and fold that in? I can see where it needs to go because there's a stop on it. So there's a stop on the gear. So yeah, but we didn't see much of that. Oh gosh. Are you loading up? Oh, can I do that? Okay, well, yeah, let's do that then. So there is an extra large tooth, which you can't see in there, which basically that times it. So if you get that in the right place, you're good. So why did that come out? What's missing? There's something missing. Yeah, there's a clip. So the other one has a white clip on it, and this one doesn't. Okay. So, very difficult to show. By the motor there, on the top of the black section there for the other arm, there is a white clip, and this should have something similar on here, and it doesn't, and that's dropped off in transit. That's just dropped off. How I get around that, I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if it was floating about inside the deck? I might have a look. You never know, but I doubt it. But yeah, I am missing a clip. Okay, I will have to have a think on that. And that's really throwing things. Right, so yes, I'll see what I can find. Let's crack on. It's the next day, and apologies for the fan. I've got a laptop that's doing stuff. But express delivery, I've got some M1.4 washers, small screw set, and another small screw set. So this small screw set also has nuts. It's the only one I could find that I could get next day that has M1.4 or 1.5 nuts. I think it is 1.4. I tried to measure it last night with the calipers, and that sort of looked okay, so that's cool. We'll see. I think I will need a washer, but again, we'll see. I'm not going to show me putting it all together because it's almost impossible to get the camera in there. I mean, I'll try, but it's almost impossible to get the camera in there, and my hands are just going to be in the way. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, so what I've done, there are actually no real cables other than the motor that are getting in the way if you unthread these. So I'm thinking I should be able to move this out the way and even put it this way, and the motor cables can just help keep it out the way. How cool's that? Okay. So let's try putting a washer on first. This could go horribly wrong. I think that might be M1.5. Yeah, it is. Okay, so plan B. Let's get M1.6. I've got M1.5, which I thought I did, but maybe it is 1.6. Time will tell. It might be back to the drawing board if I haven't got the right ones. Well, if it'll fit, that would actually, yeah, that would be big enough. But I don't know whether I have got the right one. Yeah, I think that's just sitting on the top. Oh, is there even a thread? I'm saying there's a thread, but oh, there isn't. So how is it fixed? It might be that I just glue a nut on, which is not ideal. I suppose I could use some semi-permanent glue so it can be removed in the future. That one's got a crack in it. I wonder if they crack. That's what's causing the problem. Or maybe they, well, I don't know, that looks as if maybe it's supposed to be like that. It's a shame I haven't got that part. That it's vanished. Because it's not even in the deck. I did have a good look after recording yesterday, and I could not find it. Yeah, okay. I'll get some E3000, I think, and just put that on. Just put a dab on the top and maybe just work it down. I mean, obviously I don't want to glue the gear, so yeah, I'll do that, I think. Okay, so it's actually E8000 I have, so I'm going to try and do this cleanly as I can. I'm using just a small flat blade screwdriver. If I sort of turn it as well, yeah, you see that is going in. Just don't want it to glue just to the top. I want it to go down a little bit. Okay, I'll leave that for a little bit and see how we get on. it just means that it can be removed, which we do want. If that'll stick, that'll be fine. But anyway, we'll see. Let it dry, and we'll take it from there. So we're a couple of days on, and that nut that I glued on has really, it's brilliant. It's good and solid. I'm slightly nervous about it just because it's a bit of metal glued on. If it fell off, it would go into electronics. It's not ideal. I mean, there's not much on the bottom board, so I'm fairly happy that it would probably just fall to the bottom of the deck and not go anywhere that it shouldn't. So yeah, that's fine. So need to get this back together. So put the capstan back in, and we'll reassemble. Let's crack on. Okay, so ideal opportunity to clean the pinch roller. A bit of 99.9% IPA, and just clean off. It's fairly clean, to be fair, but there is a well, there was it's come off a line of contamination on the top of it. Barely see it, to be honest, so it's all good. I'm just using kitchen roll, which is probably not ideal, but it's all I have to work with. And I've had to remove the belt from the belt for the loading on the side here, and the cat keeps trying to nick it, so that's had to go. So put the capstan. I'm just slightly concerned about the routing of the cables. So get the screws in. Just hope if I have the right bit in, which I now have. I think looks large, but it should do it. Shouldn't tighten the other two up quite so much. I need to make sure that everything lines up properly. To be fair, it's not helped by the screwdriver. It's just a little bit too wide, but that's fine. So I can tighten that one and tighten the other two. There we go. That's in. So can't remember if I clean the heads on this. I mean, it'll need a tape path clean, but at the moment I just want to see it working as it should. So now I've got to try and remember all of this. That's the problem with leaving it for a period of time. So that is working well, and put this in, and these cables, I remember, need to go over the sort of back of the board as I'm looking at it now. And a little bit awkward to do. Maybe because that's gone in the wrong place. Okay, so got the base unit back in, put the 1, 2, 3 screws in the base and then the screw at the front, and just trying to work out where the cables went, and I'm trying desperately hard not to watch back my footage on doing it because that's cheating, but I might have to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, at this stage, I just want to see this deck working. So, yeah, just get it back together. Just make sure that none of the cables actually foul the belt. And, well, anything else that moves, but the belt is the main issue. So, a little cable management there. Let's squash that down. Can't remember what went there actually. Those go at the back. So I plugged in the Capstan motor connector. I've got that connector. That goes to the main board. What goes in there? I don't know. That goes. Does anything go there? Is it just a test socket? Oh, it's a test socket. Okay, well, I can work with that. So, yeah. This needs to now go on the top. And that goes through the tape, so that's fine. Yeah, so I think we're somewhere near getting this back together. I do wonder if that actually... Have I missed another connector? Mr. Connector? No. No, I'm pretty sure that is correct. We'll soon find out. So, tape. I think I pulled it from this side, so I don't want to damage it more than I need to. Yeah, I did. Screws. Yeah, I nearly forgot. Self-tapping there, and then 2 machine screws at the back, so that's back together. Can I actually make sure nothing is fouling? It's looking good. So that's fine. Deck's all good there. So time to put this back on. See if I can do this from memory. Always good fun. So I don't think that actually does anything other than exist. So it's clipping that back in there. If it will go, it's not wanting to. Yes, I can see what that's for. Yeah, that's cool. That's where that one sort of odd screw goes. That does not want to go in there. Oh, yeah, it's push on, isn't it? So there's a clip. There we go. Then lift that up. And let's make sure, oh, a bit of tape's fallen off. It's fine. And let's get that lined up. Yeah, so you can see that's trying to work. Then, oops. So, prize for anyone who guesses when I do actually need to look at the manual or look at my video taking this apart because I made a mess up. Now the belt. I had to put the belt in my pocket because the cat keeps nicking it. So there's the belt. There's teeth marks in it. The belt will have to be changed anyway, so I'm not too worried about the cat trying to kill it in any way, shape or form possible. So it's looking pretty good. Hopefully I've got that right. I noticed it will sort of, it locks about there, and I think that is by design. I'm hoping that's by design. Yeah, okay. So obviously it needs to close. And then we need door assembly. Now, can I remember how this goes? It goes in, there's a peg, like a hole there, with like a shroud around it, and then got the spring, and try and do it without injuring myself. It's a bonus, isn't it? So I think the spring comes out, then this slides across. It should slide across from this side, but it isn't for whatever reason. That's fine. And then that goes in there. And then I've got to locate this side. In the right place and then locate it. I'll let go of the spring, that's fine though. Oh, it goes in. So it goes in there. And then this spring then comes around and goes in there. Yeah, so that should work. Like I say, I'm not sure what locks it, but something's locking it. But I think that is right. Where did that tape come from? Anyway, so I think we're somewhere near to put this back in the actual deck. So I've got a screw there. I think that goes in here, doesn't it? stop the spring coming off. There we go. So that was all the screws for the actual deck itself. So yeah, let's get the actual machiny bitty and mount this in. Let's crack on. Okay, so yeah, I did miss two connectors. That connector there that I stupidly said was a test point connector. It isn't. Test point's there, but that connector is actually for the front switches on this side. And then I also missed this connector here, which is for the motor for the spools. So that's actually what drives that belt, that motor. So yeah, I missed to plug that in as well. So yeah, all back together. I've checked which connectors I should have left, and they are correct. And this ribbon connector with the blue line, so the blue line needs to go to the top. You can see all the metal connectors at the top there, and obviously they have to line up with the metal on the connector, so that will go in there. But yeah, I will probably do that off camera because I don't want to damage this. It seems very high quality, but yeah, I'll do that off camera. Got that completely wrong. Blue goes on the side facing the panel. And yeah, because if you get it the wrong way, you won't get any connection at all. So let's get this put back in. Super. Okay, so all back together. Let's put the power on and see what happens. Okay. Well, it's laced. We have okay. We have no drive. Oh, it doesn't sound very... We've got no capstan. So we've got everything plugged in. I'm just a bit concerned what happens when I press eject, because obviously it's not going to probably pull the tape back into the cassette. Oh, it did. That's a bit weird. So it's lacing fine, which is good. That's a good start. But yeah, it's not driving the... Not driving the capstan or the I wonder if it is actually the capstan that's the problem, because obviously it uses the capstan in fast forward and rewind, and it did seem a bit stiff when I was when I put that cover back on. I just wonder if something is fouling it somewhere. Okay, I'll have to take it apart and have a look. So yeah, let's crack on. Okay, so it's a couple of days on, and I thought I'd just see what was going on with that capstan, because it was quite stiff. It was not really able to do anything that it's supposed to do. So I've taken the deck apart again, didn't bother recording it, but what I did, I don't know if you can see down there, it's really difficult to get in. At the bottom of the capstan shaft, there is a washer, and I push that washer down, and I don't think you're supposed to. It needs to be floating, and as soon as I pulled out the firewheel of the capstan, and then pushed it back, well, let it go back, because obviously it's magnets, pulls itself back, it rotated much more freely. So I can only assume that's how it's supposed to be. So, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, maybe not. Okay, so press play. Yeah, that is now playing, and that is now playing. Excellent. So go mode. So yeah, still getting quite a few errors. I'm not sure what a good, like a perfect playback then would look like, but I'll have to read the manual on that one. But I'm getting audio. It's a good start, and obviously it's actually, well, the tape's actually able to at least lace into the correct position. I didn't actually realise with DATs just how little of the tape is actually in contact with the head. It's not like video recorders wrap much further, more completely around the whole drum. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I don't think I'd ever sort of clocked that, so that's cool. Right, I'm going to try and find a screw for that. I'm a bit worried that might have been shifted. I've tried to be very careful not to do that, and I'm going to have to be very careful putting the screw in so I don't do that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we've made real progress. I'm going to see if I can find a replacement for that belt as well. It's fine, but it's obviously showing its age, it's misshapen. So yeah, let's crack on. So I found a screw. It's 2mm and 3mm depth. So that's done the trick. Unfortunately, it has got the same sort of head on it, but at least it's black. That's cool. And very, very carefully put that in so as not to disturb anything as much as I can. Who would take that out? Why would you do that? I just don't understand. But anyway, I do love the click of the relay. It's quite a confident, reassuring click. But yeah. Okay. So I'm using the We Are Rewind boombox to output 2, and first time hearing this deck.
But she saw that they weren't drops of water, but of blood. And now suddenly she broke free and began to run, screaming towards that unobtainable pinpoint of light.
So it's not sounding great. Now I do have a cleaning cassette, which I've not used since it's been working. So I used it originally because I wondered if it was just dirty or there was a bit of damage on it. Yeah, you can actually see the damage on the tape from before. Is that damage on the tape or is it damaging it? Yeah, because the tape itself looks fine going in. So is it... Do we have a problem with the pinch roller maybe? It seems to be running maybe a little high. I'm not liking that. But at least it's clean. It's cleaned around the actual drum. So it's interesting it's not doing it to the cassette proper.
Head cracked and fell. There rose water, shutting out the last light, obliterating wave of death.
Let's have a look at those errors.
To find herself slumped against the window, her hands beating the glass.
They should not be that high. I can't remember exactly what the two separate numbers mean for each side, but they should be as low as possible from what I can remember. I'll have to find it in the manual. I just had a quick look and I couldn't find it. I know it's in there, but yeah, I'm a bit concerned about that. So I'll be interested as well to get the drum hours, which you can get by going into the service mode. So we'll have a look at that in a sec. Okay, so let's have a look at those drum hours. So it'll only work if the deck is empty, it's in stop, or it's paused. So I'm just going to stop it. Then I've got to press, it says press menu repeatedly. Oh, I see. Okay, menu, right. Press AMS repeatedly to select the menu. Set ID. So this isn't a service mode. This is just the deeper settings, if you like. There is a service mode which you can get to by shorting a test point. I seem to remember. So I want drum hours. Hours meter. So that's right. Hours. So it's saying 75 hours. So that's pretty low, really. If it's genuine, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be. I mean, it is a fairly tidy deck. I mean, physically, like cosmetically, then it does have some marks and bits and pieces, but 75 hours, that's not bad. So that's encouraging. So I'm not expecting worn heads. What does concern me is the tape damage on the cleaning cassette, and why I'm getting such bad playback. So what I might do is clean the pinch roller, then just try that cleaning cassette again and just see if that improves things. Well, I've cleaned it. It was actually really very mucky, so I'm glad I did. I'd forgotten I hadn't actually cleaned the tape path while we're doing it in bits and pieces. So that's just a pinch roller, and there's a roller right by it that's pretty mucky as well. I did clean the rest of the tape path. The rest of it's pretty clean. I did just clean the head drum for any physical muck. Only a tiny bit came off. But I'm going to just try this cleaning cassette again. And we should be dry. Maybe not. It should have dried. It's had ages. Not liking the way it's just damaging the tape. And that very much does suggest the pinch-roller's bad. To be fair, I think the tape is actually damaged. I can see damage on it. Okay, well, I don't want to do that too much because it's not good for the heads. But it should clean them if they do need cleaning. I'm hoping they're not damaged.
Particularly one as proud as the vintage Bob, feeling that inadequate, loved, unvalued, neglected. He could do without the love if he had the pride. Pride in name and in what that name stood for. It had always been important.
Left channel.
The man.
Right channel, there doesn't seem to be anything.
Decades would pass and
I'm using cheap and old leads.
Could still be judged by what he had done in those turbulent years of war. Jean-Philippe's reputation was secure, inviolable. The reputation of other heroes of the resistance had been sullied by the revelations of the years, but never his. The medals that he never now wore had been honestly earned. Jean-Philippe had watched the effect of that knowledge on Gerard. The compelling need for his father's approbation.
I mean, the actual
to justify itself in his father's eyes.
Tape is playing well, like it's playing true on the, because I was wondering if maybe that had shifted slightly, the one end.
Time consuming and expensive. He had employed the best Zermatt
and
had decreed a period of some months
loading,
training
tape lacing, and stop.
We were, I think, a little resentful of his marrying again so soon, but of course one knows that on board ship the influence of propinquity is very great, and he may also have thought that it would be a good thing on your account.
One thing as well that I did notice, this hasn't got the auto head cleaner. I think it would have been on Disassembly somehow, and sort of actuated then by the probably by the take-up side, sort of allowing it to press the head drum to clean it. But I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of them at the best of times, so I'm glad that's already been removed, really. But yeah, I'm still not getting great error results, and it's still quite
Clairvoyant or psychic or something.
quite horrible. So yeah, I mean, I'm tempted just to leave it on for a little bit and just see if it improves just with use. But a bit disappointed that it's so choppy. Yeah, let's crack on. I thought I'd better check the tape itself, and I'm just playing it back on the Casio DA R100, which is actually a TAC, rebadged TAC, and it's got capacitor problems, so the output's really low. I mean, I'm using the headphone socket as the output. I've turned it right up high, and I've turned the
dead nerves were merely quiescent and could still react as they had in life.
VR rewind. I mean, that's full volume.
He was aware of Kate standing a little behind him.
So it's not, the audio quality's not good, but it's not choppy. It's absolutely fine.
She was feeling something more than her interest in the dismemberment of what felt again a small ache of regret.
Yeah,
Police work
the audio actually cuts out.
in a hut.
So I'm just trying this with line out,
Before
and
rigor mortis set in, the removal.
it's actually fine on line out. So
How much strength would it take to force open
the audio
door?
signal itself seems okay, but obviously
It's not
I have
difficult, of course.
data issues because it keeps muting.
He'd get his fingers in and use both hands. A
So,
child couldn't do it.
but it plays.
Then you
It
aren't
plays
looking for a
absolutely
child.
fine. There's no crackling or anything. It's good bit rate. So
If the snake head was
yeah,
pushed
it's
in
just
immediately,
literally
the
it'll be
sharp
bad
object was
cat.
removed.
The tape itself's fine though, which is really what I wanted to check. We will look at this in a future video. The mains in is also dodgy, and also the battery pack doesn't hold any battery at all. But otherwise, it sort of works. But yeah, it's going to be capacitors. I've got a larger deck as well. I can't remember what Casio deck that is, but again, that's a TAC. So I'm hoping to get those working as well. But this, so it's head A, head B. It's not left and right, because obviously A and B has the signal for the stereo signal, not head A is left, head B is right, or vice versa. Obviously, because it's PCM, it's a data stream. So that data stream is a stereo audio data stream, and they should be zeros right the way across here. So this is pretty dire, and I'm just hoping it isn't bad heads, because that would be a real shame. And you know, now I've confirmed the cassettes are okay. I've checked both, because this was the first one I tried in the Casio, actually, when I first got the Casio. And yeah, they do play fine. So it's not a cassette issue. Errors coming up all the time, so that's denoting that it's basically there's errors, lots and lots of errors on the data stream, that it's decoding from the tape, just because it's not good. There's a bit concerned that it's trying to damage the tape, but it still seems to be running okay. I mean, side note as well, obviously it's optical, the end sensors, but it's not, they're either very well covered, or I would say they're actually tuned to a certain frequency of lights. So yeah, that's why I'm sort of getting away with putting a lot of light in this, because you wouldn't know it, but I'm flooding this with light. So yeah, so I'm going to leave this one here, and mechanically it's working, and that's great. Possibly I'm going to need a new pinch roller. Where on earth I get one of those, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've got any sources, or you've got one yourself that you might want to part company with. And we'll return to this. I mean, and we'll do some more with DAT machines, because they do really interest me, and I'd love to have one that just works properly. I can just put a cassette in and it works. So yeah, and I'd be interested to know as well your experience with using DAT and how reliable you find the decks. But yeah, with that, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe and a hype would be fantastic, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye for now.